Our controller is having some finger trouble. Welcome back. It is exactly 8:25 a.m. South African time. We are now crossing over to Amman in Jordan, and we are going to be talking with former Member of Parliament in Jordan, Dr. Zakariyya Al-Sheik. We're going to be looking at, obviously, Jordan's role in the reported Israeli defense. Assalamu alaikum to you, Dr. Zakariyya Al-Sheik. Welcome to the program. Nice to be talking with you this morning.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. It is my pleasure to be back at Assalam Radio.
Alhamdulillah. Firstly, before we get into the actual interview, heartiest congratulations to you and your family on your daughter-in-law, inshallah. I understand you will be giving birth to your first grandchild today. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant ease and comfort, and may you be blessed with a healthy, beautiful grandchild that will be the noor of all of your eyes, inshallah.
Inshallah, thank you. Jazakumullah khair.
Okay, so talk to us about being a member of parliament in Jordan. You're not involved in that role any longer, are you?
I am somehow with the Islamic Party here in Jordan, so I am still involved in all politics, yes, in Jordan.
Okay, how do you see this whole issue playing out, Jordan's role in the defense of Israel? Because obviously Jordan has allowed Israel to use their airspace, and majority Muslim country as well, that is Jordan. But what is the feeling like of the people on the ground? It is almost like our Gazan brothers, our Palestinian brothers and sisters are being sold out. And then, of course, the situation of Iran as well. How is this being viewed in the Middle East and in Jordan in particular?
First of all, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, let me correct the information. You have wrong information. No Israeli airplanes, neither Israeli air defense, land air defense against the drones or missile entered into Jordan airspace. This is a very wrong assumption and wrong information. What happened that Iran has launched an attack, a justifiable attack against what's so-called Israel. This is an occupation force who used their military to attack Syria, and there was one target, a specific target, which is the Iranian embassy or consulate in Damascus. And according to international law, it is the right of Iran to strike back and to defend its sovereignty, because the embassy is part of the Iranian sovereignty. So what happened that Iranian missile and drones has to pass via the Jordanian airspace. And we got 600 kilometers length with what's so-called Israel as a border. This is the longest border with any other countries. Israel is only having the Jordanian border, and this is the longest one. And anybody would attack Israel, he has to use the Jordanian airspace. Now, the feeling on the ground here that everybody wants Israel to be hit, to give a lesson to Israel and to destroy the military strength of Israel, because Israel is committing a genocide, and that genocide is recorded and it is being heard now in the international trial. And all Arabs or Muslims or free people are with Iran to attack Israel, and with any other resistant movement like Hamas, like Hezbollah, like the Houthis in Yemen. We would like to see Israel suffering as our people are suffering. So this is the feeling in the ground. But the official stand of the government that Jordan will not allow anybody. This is according to Mr. Ayman al-Safadi, the Prime Minister of Jordan, or the Foreign Minister of Jordan, who declared it clearly that we will not allow any party to use Jordan space, either it is Israel or Iran, in, in their, he said that Jordan will not be a field for regional war. We will not allow anybody to use our airspace. So whether Israel will launch an attack against Iran using the Jordanian space, Jordan Air Force will intersect and intervene, and they will not allow them to use that airspace. The same thing they told Iran: don't use our airspace because of the following reason. Number one, your problem is directly with Israel. It is not with Jordan. So Jordan, as a state, it has its own sovereignty, and it is a state which will not allow anybody to use their airspace. So Iran has used the airspace of Jordan, and Jordan became part of the battle. Jordan do not want to be part of the battle between Israel and Iran. Jordan is preparing itself for a bigger danger, because Israel is threatening that Jordan will be no longer a state. Israel is threatening that all the Palestinians in the West Bank has to be expelled from Palestine and to come to Jordan. And they, as you have seen Netanyahu on the United Nations, when he displayed the Israeli map, the new Israeli map, he showed that Jordan is part of Israel. So there is always, there is always attempts from Israel to say and to tell the whole world that we have our greed in Jordan, and that greed will reach to, it will be annexed to the Israeli territories. And we know that Israel has, that ideology, the land of Israel from the Nile River in Cairo, in Egypt, up to Euphrates River in Iraq. So Jordan is, according to Israel, is part of their territory. Now, Jordan is preparing itself for a longer battle. It is trying to prevent the expulsion of the Palestinian from the West Bank to Jordan. This is a government stand. This is the people's stand. And Jordan, from the start of the war, were very vocal. And yesterday, even our foreign minister, he said that Netanyahu is trying to create and manufacture events that it will divert the attention of the world for their genocide, which is being committed in Gaza. Jordan is so critical to Israel. Jordan is the highest voice which is trying to stop the Israeli genocide, and thanks to South Africa, which used also the legal channels. So the assumption that Israeli airplane and air defense has entered into Jordanian airspace, this is wrong. We didn't hear it, and that's not true. And this is just accusing Jordan and trying to show Jordan that it is an ally with Israel. Now, Jordan got two problems. One problem that Iran is having also greeds on Jordanian land. Why? Because Iran has created what we call the Shia crescent, which is from Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq. All of them, they are now controlled by the Iranian regime. And also the Houthis in Yemen, this is from the east-north side. It is being controlled by, we call it the Shia crescent, the Iranian crescent. And from the eastern part of Saudi Arabia, we got the Houthis. So the only obstacle in front of the Persian Iranian Shia project in the area is Jordan, which is in the north. Now, Jordan, which is in the south, sorry, Jordan is in the south of Saudi Arabia. So Jordan is trying to prevent the expansion, the actual implementation of the Iranian project in the region to attack Saudi Arabia and to reach to the Qibla of the Sunni Muslims and the Shia Muslims, which is controlled by Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is target to Iran. The Mecca and Medina are target to Iran. And Jordan is trying to prevent that. So they are saying, please don't use our airspace because your problem is with Israel, not with Jordan. I don't want to be part of that thing. And even Israel, if they will attack Iran via the Jordanian sky, and space, Jordan will retaliate and will respond and will intersect those missile or whatever weapons or planes they are using. Now, the other problem which Jordan have, that Israel has agreed also in the Jordanian land. So Iran is trying to control Jordan militarily, and Israel is trying to wipe the Jordan on the map of the world. So it is,
Sure.
an equation which is a
Very
very difficult.
complex.
Yeah,
Very,
very
very
complicated.
complex indeed.
Yeah.
Um, talking with you this morning, I realize the intricacies and the complexities of the situation in the Middle East. We're sitting very far away here in South Africa, and people all around the world have often asked the question, why is it that the Palestinians um, uh, uh, neighbors, the Arab neighbors of the Palestinian people, have not come to their defense up to now. But what you've just outlined to me now indicates the complexities of the situation, because should any one of those neighbors try to intervene or assist the Palestinian people, undoubtedly there will be a regional war in the Middle East. Having said that, and what is also very, very worrisome is the statement you make about Iran having their goals or their eyes set on Mecca and Medina. Give us
Yes.
more information on that. What is their master plan regarding the control of the two harams?
Yes. Sister, thank you to ask me this question. This is a very long topic. We have to discuss it amongst ourselves in the media and everywhere. Now, Iran's plan and Iran's eyes on Mecca and Medina. And they are now creating in the neighboring countries of Saudi Arabia. Let me start from Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, all the east-south parts of Saudi Arabia, and the east-south part of Saudi Arabia, now all surrounded by Shia. We are talking about Yemen in the eastern side. Yemen now is controlled by the Houthis, and they are threatening Mecca and Medina, Jeddah, Riyadh, all of them. So they are now trying to complete the circle around Saudi Arabia. As I told you, Jordan is the only Sunni country which is now stopping the expansion of the Iranian troops, or what they call them, the agents of Iran in the region. Jordan is the only country which is stopping that expansion. Now, if Jordan will be fallen under the Iranian control, you can hear every day about the war between the drug smugglers on the Syrian side and the Jordanian side on the border of Syria and Jordan. Those are not drug traffickers. Those are organized militia backed by Iran right on the steppe of Jordan, on the borders of Jordan. So this is very dangerous. The Iranians now, with their army, with their militias, are on the borders of Jordan. Anytime they can enter and they can attack Jordan. So Jordan is telling them, don't make me part of your conflict, because Jordan is an ally to United States of America. Now, if Jordan will not intersect those Iranian missile or the drones, United States and the allies of United States, they will not back, they will not help, they will not assist Jordan in case Iran will be attacking Jordan. So Jordan is looking at the issue strategically. Jordan does everything possible to help Gaza in the diplomatic, field. Jordan didn't, it was the first country in the whole world to talk loudly, to criticize, to condemn Israel, to declare the genocide which is there. Look at the Jordanian media, the state-owned media, everything. Our king is in everywhere, my respected sister Julie, everywhere, in all platform, political platform, in Europe, in United Nations, in the Arab world, in Asia, in Africa. He's speaking about the importance of stopping the Israeli genocide. Even the Jordanian assistant, look, we use all means and ways. Our Jordanian now convoy, a humanitarian convoy, are going there. Even Jordan, it threatened Israel that if there will be expulsion of the Palestinian from the West Bank, because the idea of Israel is to establish what is called the absolute Jewish state. So there must be no Palestinian, no Muslim, no Christian inside what's so-called Israel, the 27,000 square meter, which is historical Israel, Palestine. Israel would not allow anybody to stay except a Jewish person. So Jordan told them, in case you start the expulsion of Palestinians to Jordan, we will intervene militarily. And Jordan is now preparing itself militarily. Now, what Iran has done is a legitimate act to defend itself. Jordan was the first country to condemn the Israeli attack on the consulate of Iran in Damascus. But at the same time, Jordan is saying we will not allow the to penetrate and to violate the sovereignty of our country, the airspace of our country, because we will be part of that conflict. Number two,
Okay.
what just let me continue this.
Yes.
Number two, what the foreign minister said yesterday, according to military assessment and evaluation, they were so afraid that those drones and those missiles can hit Jordanian land. So they want to protect also the Jordanian people. Jordan has the right to also protect its own citizens. So because of that, it intervened. By the way, they didn't intervene in all drones. Just it is a message to Iran that don't use my land. Also, it is a message to United States of America, because United States and the allies, my respected sister, whether we agree or not, Iran is possessing a threat on Jordan. So they would like that they don't lose the ally of United States. Therefore, in the future, they can find somebody who can back Jordan in case it will be coming and occupying or attacking Jordan, because Jordan is the buffer zone between Saudi Arabia and between the crescent, that Shia crescent. In case Jordan will fall in the hand of the Iranians, Mecca and Medina are in danger, my sister. Let everybody knows that the Jordanians, our king, the people of Jordan, they are ready to sacrifice their life. Look, when you started your program, you said that Israel has used and attacked the Iranians. It was not Israeli missile. It was not Israeli air defense. It was a Jordanian air defense. And Israel never entered into the Jordanian airspace. Please let us talk rationally, and let us look at the glass from a full glass, not a half glass. Let us look from all aspects. Jordan in danger, in a very complicated situation. Jordan will not allow Iran to implement their greeds and their eyes on every aspect in Jordan, and they will not allow even at the same time Israel to be a threat, and it is a real threat on the Jordanian coexistence. We are now suffering. Are we still exist as Jordan? Because Israel wants to just erase us from the world map, and Iran wants to control us. So this is a very difficult situation, my respected sister.
Okay, we do need to wrap up there, and I would like to speak with you again sometime in the future to talk about the threat to Makkah and Medina by the Iranian people. But for now, what is making world headlines is the issue around the Iranian attack, or rather the response to Israel's attack on Iran, in Syria, on the Iranian consulate. And that is why this situation has played out. I just want to read out something to you and you can respond. I presume this is propaganda on the side of the Israelis, but let's just share this with you. And I quote from a news report: Jordan's involvement was welcomed by older Israelis who remembered when Jordan would shell Israel, but Palestinians and their supporters denounced Jordan's role, accusing the kingdom of siding with Israel at a time when its military offensive in Gaza has killed more than 33,000 Palestinians. And also Amir Tibon, a journalist for the Israeli newspaper Haaretz, celebrated the role played by Israeli allies including Jordan. He called it an important lesson for us Israelis. And he goes on to say, my last quote: science, technology, and alliances with the world, these are the things that hold Israel together. Your thoughts? Clearly, he's
Yes.
implicating Jordan outright, suggesting that you are supporting the Israelis.
For sure, we will never support the Israeli sister. Our Al Karama battle with Israel is an evidence where we were able to, Alhamdulillah, defeat the Israeli army. Now, for Jordanian, as government and as people and as ruler, the king, all of us, the three parties, government, king, and people, are in one side that we are against Israel. And Israel is labeled here is as an enemy, is not as an ally. And while those who are reporting from the neighboring countries and accusing Jordan that it defended Israel, we tell them Jordan from the year 1967, which is fighting with Israel, which is counteracting Israel, and from October 7th, the only country which was defending Israel loudly in the Arab world. Where's the role of other countries? We were bringing in our assistance. 20 to 30% of the world assistance to Gaza came via Jordan and from Jordan. When we talk about United Nations and politics and diplomacy, Jordan was the first. Then Jordan now is threatening Israel that it must not use their airspace to attack any other country, including Iran. Also, Jordan is now preparing themselves for the battle with Israel, for military
Oh,
confrontation with Israel. Our army is on red alert, a huge alert, that anytime we can enter into battle with Israel, because Israeli plan is to expel the Palestinians in the West Bank to Jordan. While we are talking about no one has moved towards Gaza and no one has, held Gaza, Jordan is preparing itself militarily. And Jordan alone, as a country, we are only 7 million in number. Jordan military is not that, it is a strong military, and we trust our military. But we are not fighting only Israel. Israel is a front for all other European countries and American countries.
okay, we've lost Dr. Zakaria there. Let us wrap
Yes,
up. We need to
yeah,
wrap up now.
I will wrap up. Yeah, Jordan always is in front lines to protect the Gazans and the Palestinians. Now, in the end, you will host me one day, I am sure, within a very
Inshallah.
short period of time,
Inshallah.
and I will be speaking about military Jordanian action against Israel. Israel is preparing themselves to take over Jordan. And you will hear us soon, inshallah, speaking about how the Jordanian army will be attacking this entity, the terrorist entity of Israel. We would like to tell our respected brothers and sisters all over the world, those media reports which you cited a while ago, those are from our enemies. They would like to make friction, conflict. They want to make among the Muslim
It's
Ummah, the
propaganda.
Arab Ummah,
Mhm.
propaganda. This is what I want to say. So don't quote me from my enemy. My enemy will use all lies, with use all assumption, will use all tools and means just to distort the image of Jordan, which is the main artery to Palestine. We are the main supporters financially, humanitarian aid, politically, diplomatically, and inshallah, militarily. Soon, bi'idillah, Jordan will
Amin.
be defending Palestine. And at that time, I want to see those who are talking about Jordan. What is the rule, actual rule of Jordan? The rule of
Thumma.
Jordan is Ardul Hajj wal Ribat. It is the land of preparedness and gathering. We are the battlefield for the final battle with our enemy, Israel. We are going the Jordanian land according to the Hadith, according to the Sunnah, everything. It will be the battle to liberate Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa and Palestine, the battlefield which will liberate Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa. Those who are accusing Jordan, soon they will just be silent and stop, because Jordan will be forever supporter to Palestine, inshallah.
Okay, Dr.
Yeah.
Zakariyya Al-Sheik, based in Amman, thank you indeed for that. That's all we have time for.
Yes.
Thank you indeed for clarity on your part. Shukran
Yeah.
very much, and salamu alaikum to you.
Rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
The time is exactly 8:51. News and views on Salam Media. Standing by is our next guest, and that, of course, is Tasneem Karim, Chief Director of Communications and spokesperson for the Department of Tourism. We'll connect with her in a minute or two. Please stand by.